Previously on Diversity Evil.
I hate you, Dad.
What'd I do?
I'm a vegan. I want to watch Zootopia porn.
But Jada, I'm in a conference call.
Fuck you, Dad.
What'd I do?
Did you see this neighborhood? There are white people. It's weird. I'm gonna go say hi to them.
That was it? That's exactly what happened in the first episode. Okay, so maybe I bailed out halfway through the episode in the review, but come on! How did any of you expect me to sit through the rest of this crap? It's an hour long! Well, don't worry, because this time, I'm gonna make sure to get through the entire first episode before going on to the second. Hopefully I could just summarize it like I tried to in the end of the first review. Let's see, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, angsty teens storm into their bedrooms after disrespecting Daddy Lance Reddick. Scene transitions, years later. We see that Jada is in a sort of sanctuary location with many survivors. They show her that they're surrounded by zombies outside their fort, and scene transitions back to the angsty teens? Oh, come on, already? That was like 2 minutes. I swear they're doing this on purpose. It's like they want to see how many tables a person can flip throughout the episode. Damn it, nobody cares about these two annoying ass teens. Why do they have to concentrate on them so much? Dude, just show me a close-up of the ground. I'm serious, if the camera just focused on the gravel or a ficus, I wouldn't even trip. That'd be the most calm I'd be throughout the series. I'm willing to just stare at the floor for hours rather than see what Jada Pinkett Smith over here and Billy Eyebags have to do and say, basically. Oh dear God, they approached the girl that beat up Billy Eyepatch and she apologizes to her bully?
Good job.
Oh my God. Okay, that was worth watching. Thank you, show. You finally did something I wanted to see happen to one of these bimbos. Now please, pick up the rest of that Gordo burrito and do it again. Do it to Jada this time, please. Dude, that was marvelous. Now I want to go up to that Chicana chick and say thank you for doing what the entire Ari fanbase has been asking for since the first minute of the show. That's what I want to see happen every time either of these two teens say or do something stupid. Shove a Gordo burrito in their face. That'll teach them. I can't believe it. I'm smiling and laughing. I forgot what that felt like. Alright, let's move on. So, after the greatest action scene occurred, Billy Prescott does nothing about it and walks away. Then we go back to one of the dumbest things possible. So Jada decides to put on the Raccoon City mascot to cover her identity and beats the crap out of little Chicana in the women's restroom. Then she stuffs the raccoon mask in Billy's locker to put the blame on her? What a fucking idiot. Why did she get her sister in trouble? What did she honestly think was gonna happen by doing this? Oh, but that's not all. Jada is black, right? She didn't cover her hands when attacking the Chicana. So how the hell did the Chicana not realize it wasn't Billy Eyedrops when you could clearly see the difference between their skin color? Man, these writers just don't think a little ahead of what they're writing. They think of a scene and don't put a single thought into whether it's a good action and whether it can actually make sense. Everyone just has to be brain dead in order to let this shit slide. They expect you to not ask a single question and just go with the flow. Damn, this is mainly supposed to be a review for the second episode, but I wanted to quickly breeze through the remainder of the first episode just in case I missed anything important. And once again, I'm just looking at a bunch of broken ass scenes with constant problems in between. It must really suck to have Jada Smith over here as your sister. Couldn't she just hide the mask so no one could find it? Then when Billy Ballsack is accused, she could just be like, well, you got no evidence and it wasn't me, so presto. But nah, Jada can't think further than her ego. So, we see her getting yelled at by the Chicana's father? The fuck? Isn't he supposed to be Mexican? I mean, she's Mexican too, right? Clearly looks like it. I'm Mexican, so it's easy for me to tell. Why is he Indian? She doesn't look at all Indian. Oh, diversity show. You gotta throw in as much diversity as possible, excluding Caucasians, whether it makes sense to the story or not. So Lance Reddick then shows up, and since the Chicana's Indian father works for Umbrella in a lower position, Lance Reddick threatens his job and makes the girl apologize to Billy IQ. He does a good job with his delivery, and if anything, this is at least finally showing that he's not a total pushover like he's been to these little girls. I can't believe they're making who is supposed to be Wesker a complete pushover to two moronic teenage girls. And even here, he's defending his daughter, and as soon as he walks in, Billy IHOP doesn't even show him appreciation for what he's doing. Like, seriously, what the hell does he have to do to finally earn a little bit of respect from these ungrateful whammon? Because no matter what he does as a good parent, they continue to disrespect the hell out of him in every single scene they're in. Again, creators, how do you possibly expect your viewers to sympathize with Jada Smith and Billy Eyeboogers over here? They haven't done one thing, not one thing to make them likable. By the way, Lance Reddick's speech over here was good up until he mentioned Pornhub. Way to go, writers.
Good job.
After this scene, once again, transitions over to the future. One of the other survivors talks to Jada about the zombos. Then they point a gun at her and say that Umbrella is on their way because she's a specific survivor and they want to take her. Then we transition back to the best timeline in the whole world, the teenage era. Fuck the future timeline, let's just stick to this total drama diversity over here. Enough of the future teases, because that's what they apparently seem to be doing. Not that they really matter though, because this show sucks regardless of whether it focuses on the annoying teen girls or the annoying teen girls' future. They both suck so bad, but if you had to compare them both, yep, they both suck just as equally. So Billy iPhone goes over to an Umbrella building where her father works at, notices that they're testing on rabbits, then tells her annoying ass sister about it, and says that they should sneak in there and rescue the rabbits. Even though if they succeed, they'll just get more rabbits to test on. But she also wants to take pictures and expose them, which that's not exactly news to anyone. This has been done with like every beauty product out there. Hey Billy Eyeliner, what do you think your hair products were made by? You think they just used a pink Sharpie to highlight that hair of yours? What about your eyeliner, shampoo, practically everything you use? Once again, the writers try sending their messages without thinking about how stupid this is when the main characters are users of these bad products.
Good job.
All the products you use were tested on animals, you dumb bastards. So these bimbos take their father's ID and they make their way over to the Umbrella building. And even though it has facial recognition so that it doesn't allow just anyone to walk in, it ironically doesn't work anymore for this occasion because how else would they manage to get inside the building, right? The writers are like, it just works, okay? Right. So what about graveyard shift employees? No one is seriously working at night? This is Umbrella, right? Because I'm a little confused here. Umbrella's supposed to be filled with intelligent people, right? Because so far you're showing me that a couple toddlers can easily break into the most threatening and powerful company there is.
Good job.
I guess in this show's logic, a tomato factory is more secure than the Umbrella company. A Denny's dining restaurant is more secure than Umbrella in this universe. So we get back to the future. Umbrella soldiers show up, shoot everyone, annoying bimbo gets away. Going back to the teen pop show, Billy Eyeroll unlocks the door to the cage holding a PS4 Cerberus. I love these two characters now, right? Yeah, they're so smart. They take the elevator to get away and reach another floor, but the Cerberus catches up by what must be teleportation? And somehow it's strong enough to break through a metal door? So it couldn't break through the metal door that was keeping it locked up, but it can break through every other metal door. Sounds realistic. By the way, the moment they unlocked the CGI dog's cage, the alarm system was triggered, and yet no one shows up.
Good job.
So the dog catches up to them, bites Billy eye gouge. Jada whacks the dog with a fire extinguisher and kills it. And I gotta say, like, And after this scene, I'm kind of teary-eyed at this moment, because why couldn't it be Jada that was bit to hell? Why? It then transitions to the future, and Jada jumps towards the hordes of zombies. And finally the episode ends! If only this is the end of the entire series. But I'm finally at least through the first episode, right? Damn it. This whole time I was just hoping to recap every main point that occurred in the first episode, yet here I am, over 10 minutes in, still talking about the first episode. Now, let's talk about the second episode of Diversity Evil. So the adult bimbo jumped towards the hordes of zombos from a really, really high distance and lives from the fall. Heck, she didn't even break a bone in her body. Logic, ladies and gentlemen. Not a single zombie notices her, of course. Her name really shouldn't even be Jada. It should be Convi, short for convenience. Takes about a minute for the zombies to finally notice her though. But this is Convenience Girl we're talking about, so when she finally gets up and starts running from them, they finally begin chasing her. And here's yet a secondary dumb part to this scene. She gets behind a glass wall, right? And to her convenience, not a single zombie tries to go around it. It's not even like a big and wide wall to go around. It's just inches away to her left. She got through that little spot. I mean, they were looking at her. They were chasing her. How the hell do they not notice that? Oh, she just walked right in this little corner spot and then walked around the glass wall. It's not that wide. It's not that hard to go through. It makes no sense. But the camera makes sure to be like kind of close enough so you can't see the outer edges of that wall she's in. Right? Because we're too stupid like you writers, huh? That we wouldn't notice this. How much slob was drooling from the writer's mouth while writing this scene? Seriously. He or she was like, the girl jumps off the building, the car breaks her fall, so she's okay. The zeros notice her, and it's so scary. Then the strong girl, runs from them. They chase her. She gets behind the wall. Yeah, she gets behind the wall, a glass wall, and they don't get her. She's so smart. Man, I'm just killing my own brain cells putting myself in the position of this writer. So she gets rescued by another diverse character. Of course. Zombies don't run while chasing the vehicle until it starts speeding up.
Of course!
We then go back to seeing the injured Billy Eyeloaf in the Umbrella building where the security alarm has been ringing for about half an hour now. No security guards still there? Okay. They get up, their father shows up instead. This is the moment when he should have took out his belt and flipped his shit on them, right? But instead he's like, I'm gonna take the blame for this, and you girls can go back home with no repercussions. He puts a virus on all the computers to cover for them so that, which is basically the only smart thing that I've seen anyone do in this show so far. Then covers himself with the blood of the CGI Cerberus, which is not the smartest thing to do for multiple reasons, but one, the way he's wiping it on himself does not look like he was attacked, more like he wiped it on himself. Two, if he's nervous about the situation, he's gonna be sweating a lot, right? Won't the blood kind of absorb into his skin, making him infected? Anyways, we go back to the damn future and Jada is holding on to the roof of the vehicle and they manage to get away from that area. The car is headed towards a tunnel with spikes above. Jada tells the guy stop, and not once does she think about doing the most logical thing here. Something that even a 5-year-old would do. Jump. If the guy isn't listening to you, jump. And you can't tell me that she's afraid to get injured from the fall if minutes ago she jumped off like a 50-foot building. God, I love the writing in this show, right? It's so damn tolerable. The guy eventually stops, but at a comedic distance to where it's like a millisecond away from how she could have just ended her life there. Especially since the dumb bimbo couldn't think like a like a regular person with common sense. Zombies show up, the guy gets devoured by them. Bimbo is conveniently not attacked by them, even though they're not all attacking the guy. We go back to the teen drama. Police officers finally show up about a year later to see what happened at the Umbrella Lab, and Lance Reddick takes the blame. A lesbian shows up, she's the owner of the building. How do I know she's a lesbian?
Easy. The same way you do. It's not calculus.
It's not that hard to admit it, people. If you see a bald Mexican with a lot of tattoos, baggy extra large shorts, their dickies, wears one of those wife beater tank tops with long white socks, and has a thick bushy mustache, that's a cholo right there. And would we get offended? No. Why would we? You're only pointing out the truth. People just dress the way that they want to be defined by, and this chick makes it pretty obvious what she wants to be defined by. Anyways, I'm glad that she's the one in charge though, because she's acting like she's smart and all, but she's the one that hired only one security guard, and we never even saw him around. She's the one that had no employees working late night hours.
Good job.
Oh my god, as soon as Lance Reddick shows up at his own home, here comes Bitchy McDumbass asking him, "Where have you been? Where the fuck do you think he's been, you overly moronic dumbass? You are the reason why he's been gone for a while. You caused this. Lance, now's the time, man. Do it." I know they say those kinds of punishments are too harsh, but fuck that. This is a life or death situation that she's caused. You can't simply give her a timeout, send her to her room, make her face the wall, or put away her cell phone and electronics to make her finally listen. She won't. This is too goddamn serious. It's too damn serious. You need to be a fucking parent for once in your life, Lance. So do what needs to be done. She's gonna turn out to be this annoying ass Karen that nobody wants to hang out with in the future because no one ever put her in her place. And she's always gonna think that she's right because her own father couldn't discipline her growing up and show her that she's not right all the time. Hell, this whole time she hasn't been right about anything. Everything she's done has been a horrible choice on her end. Again, it sucks to have to do something like that, but when she knows that there are harsh punishments ahead of her donkey-brained actions, she'll think twice before performing yet another screw-up. So Billy, I Want to Die, asks him if she'll have to be quarantined. And he says, no, it's not like COVID. The beer virus is in this universe too? We got Zootopia Prawn, Prawn Hub, Elon Musk, the beer virus. Who's writing this crap? What's next? Am I gonna hear dialogue about YouTube and saying, oh, I'm gonna get a lot of subscribers and a YouTube plaque if I show that animal testing is evil? How much more of this is there left? Damn it, not even halfway through the episode? Oh, God, part of me just died. Gotta speed this up for my sanity. Future Bimbo goes to another camp where there's a bunch of people still alive. She meets an old lady whose husband is called Barry. She doesn't say his last name, but I'll be damned if they're referring to Barry Burton and he's the husband of this crazy cat lady. They then show that her husband is locked in the bathroom and he's a zombie. Okay, whatever. She needs a pocketbook from him and he happens to be carrying it with him, so she gets in the bathroom to take it by force. She gets it, kills him, and gets out. We snack back to the teen drama show and we see that Lance has to inject himself with something after a certain amount of time. Bimbo Jada goes to school, finds out that one of the white dudes knows how to get through Umbrella's internet security, and he says he'll do it for something in return. He asks to have plot armor. Nah, I'm kidding. It's dumber than you think. He wants her necklace. Doesn't make sense why a guy would want a girl's necklace, but the writers think it's a good enough reason, right? Of course they do. They get through a website talking about Umbrella and their evil doings. She gets in contact with the guy from the website. He's an old dude, notices that she's just a teenage girl, and tells her his name and everything he knows. Like, what kind of middle-aged adult talks to a teenager about serious confidential information? Besides, like a diddler or something? Like, come on, man. At least try to make sense. These stupid scenes, they don't make not even a little hint of sense. It's so stupid. The actions of everyone is just killing me here. Meanwhile, Billy Blue Balls goes for a walk with the dog. The dog runs far from her. She chases it. Some random white guy picks it up. Emphasis on white guy because he's a jerk apparently for trying to take the dog away from her since it's acting like it doesn't belong to her. So if anything, he's doing the right thing because she could just be some stranger taking a dog that doesn't belong to her. So she punches the guy in the face, on the nose. And then she acts all surprised like, oh my god, a punch can hurt people? That's new to me. That's all it was. Nothing special about it. You hit a guy in the nose, it'll bleed. Yeah, makes sense. For once, there's something that makes sense here, and that's it. Nothing else happens in this episode, practically. And, you know what? That's it. Finally, I got through the second episode. Woohoo! And I'm still alive. I'd give it a... Let's see. Well, I'd give episode 1 a 0 out of 10. And episode 2 would be a 0.2 out of 10. Scout's honor. What a long road I have ahead of me. 6 more episodes. Don't worry, Score. It'll be over before you know it. Not to mention, what are the chances of a second season, right? They better not fucking think about making a second season. There's only so many jokes I can say about this horrendous crap. Why does this have to be so fucking awful, though? I mean, I can't take a break without every minute of this show throwing more dumps on top of dumps, one steamier than the other. But I guess if I'm gonna go through this mess, then at least I can tear that shit up and tell it like it is. See y'all in the next episode of Diversity Evil. That's it for the video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and if you truly enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from this jabroni. I cover lore videos, facts, movies, and game reviews, all based on my favorite franchises such as Resident Evil, The King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Celebrity Deathmatch, The Mask, Dragon Ball, The Terminator, TMNT, and more. I'd like to give a very special thanks to all my Patreon supporters. This video is for you, and I hope you like seeing your name at the end credits of this video. And if you too would like to see your name at the end of a new vid, be sure to join my Patreon where you also get to receive exclusive videos and updates such as new art panels for my Resident Evil Outbreak comic that I'm working on. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.